Hey everyone, and welcome to VFX Vibe once again. So in today's video we are going to see chapter 3 of our ongoing series, which is MOCHA 101. So in today's video we are going to see if we have any footage which having any overlapping elements. So if you want to track it, so what will be the process of tracking that kind of footages we are going to see today. So without any delay, let's get started. Okay, as you can see over here, I have my footage, and in this particular footage, as you can see over here, I have my mobile screen and a finger is coming in front of my mobile. So it will be a little difficult for us to track if any element is coming in front of our tracking subject. So how we can do that? So if we are going to track with our overlapping elements, so what will happen? I'll show it to you. So here I have my create explain tool. I'm going to take it and I'm going to draw a shape around it, something like that. And I'm going to hit right click just to finish my shape, and I'm going to arrange it something like that. It's a pretty rough shape. So if I'm going to track it forward, so before doing any tracking, I need to check what kind of movement I want to track. So by default, translation, scaling, rotation and shear is checked in, and I'm going to hit perspective in just in case if we are having any perspective shift. So if I'm going to track it forward, so it can track, it might will create some problem. So as I can see over here, as per my camera movement, also I am having my mobile movement as well, and I am having my finger movement as well. So it might possible it can track, but in most of the cases it will create problem and your tracking might slide. So let's track it first, and then I'll let you know what kind of problem we can face. So yes, my tracking has been done, and if I'm going in frame number 4, so as you can see over here, let me zoom in little. So if you can see over here, as her finger is going upwards, you can see my tracking is sliding. Can you see that? Just see. So my tracking is sliding. So these kind of problem we can face. So how we can track it perfectly? So the process is, so if you want to track these kind of footages, so what you have to do it, you have to eliminate any movement apart from your camera movement and apart from your subject movement. So in this case, I have to eliminate my finger movement just to track it in a better way. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to delete it, and now I'm going to create one more spline shape. So I am going to create something like that, little bigger size. Might be I can do this just to capture my texture in a better way, something like that. This will be okay for me. And if I'm going in view mode, and if I'm going over here in mattes, and if I'm going to switch it on, you can easily see what kind of texture this shape is going to track. And over here I'm going to double click it, and might be I can type screen. So just to eliminate my thumb, what else we can do, I can take another spline, another B spline or X spline, whatever you want, and just I have to draw a shape around my finger, something like that. If you want, you can relax it, it's all up to you. A rough shape. And if I'm going to select my screen, as you can see, I have my this area subtracted from previous one, right? So you have to keep it in mind, anything you are going to draw, any shape you are going to draw above this screen, automatically it will be subtracted, right? So might be I can rename it like thumb, something like that. And if I'm going to select this and I'm going to track it forward, what will happen? Automatically it will subtract my this area and it will track my mobile screen. So let's hit track forward, and I'll come back once it's done. Okay, So my tracking has been done, and this time I can easily see my track is not sliding at all. Why this is happening? Because we have subtracted our thumb movement from our screen shape. So that's the main point, that's the key point where we have to take care about if we are going to track any surfaces which are having overlapping movement or overlapping elements, right? So apart from that, what else we need to do? Just I'm going to frame number first, and here, as you are aware about, if you are not following my this series, I'll recommend you to go and watch this series from video number first or class number first, so you'll come to know. So I'm going to hit show surface, planar surface, and I'm also going to switch it on my planar grid, so it will help you to understand how my tracking is going. If I want, I can rotate it, or might be I can place it manually. So I'm going to hit Z on keyboard, and I'm going to zoom it little, and I'm going to place my this data or this corners in respective of my mobile corners. So I can do this, and I can refine it anytime, but you have to keep it in mind, you must be on frame number first, right? So I'm going to zoom it little more just to refine it. I think it's more or less fine. Okay, so I'm done with that, and as I'm going to play it, you can easily see my grid is moving with my screen movement or my camera movement, and in this case my screen and camera both are moving. So just to check in a better way what else we can do, I'm going frame number first, and I'm going to switch it off, and here in insert clip I'm going to use, might be I can use grid 8x8, so automatically a grid will come, and if I'm going to play it, my grid is coming on top of my mobile screen and it's not sliding at all. So let's export our data to Nuke, and let's see how we can use this data. So here in tracking tab, I have export track already. I have discussed in detail. You can go and can check my video number 2 of this ongoing series. So I'm going to export track, and here I have to select new corner pin. If you want to export your data for After Effects, so you can select After Effects option, but in this case I'm going to use Nuke. So I'm going to hit copy to clipboard, and I'm going to start my Nuke, and I'll come back. Okay, here in Nuke you can see I have my footage, and my project is set to 4K DCP, and already we had copied our tracking data in clipboard, and I'm going to hit Ctrl V on keyboard, and my corner pin will come. So after that, what else we can do? If you want to replace my mobile screen with the checkerboard, so I can take my checkerboard, and automatically you can see it's 4K DCP, and when I'm going to connect it, what will happen? Your checkerboard will be fixed in the corners, right? So I'm going to take merge, and this will be background and this will be foreground, and as you can see over here, my checkerboard is matching my mobile screen, but one problem is coming, my finger is behind my checker box. So how we can fix it? There are two ways to fix it. We can export our shape data from Mocha as a shape or as a mask, and we can cut our checkerboard or whatever insert you are going to use it. Second option, inside Nuke, what we can do, we can key out our green screen, and you can use your insert as a background. So how we can fix it? Let me do that. So I'm going to take quickly going to take a node called keylight, and I'm going to click keylight, and I'm going to add it in my scan, and I'm going to pick my picker, and I'm going to select my green screen. So as you can see over here, I have selected my green screen, but it's not perfect. So how we can fix it? Just I'm going screen matte, and in clip black I'm going to fix it. As I'm going to see, my this area is also getting affected, so I'm going to fix it something like that, right? And now I have my keyed out footage. So in over here I'm going to Shift X just to swap my inputs. My insert will be background, and my keylight or this scan will be foreground. And as I'm going to switch it, so of course I can easily see my screen is replaced and my finger is on top of my footage or insert. So there are multiple ways to make your comp better, like we can add reflection and we can work on keying as well little bit. So as I can see over here, I am getting some edges over here, but that can be fixed. I've already made a video how to replace a screen. If you haven't watched that video, link will be in description or link will be in I button as well. So this is pretty basic or a little advanced, we can say, in terms of mocha. So if any element is overlapping your screen, so this is the way how you can easily eliminate our movement apart from my camera and apart from my subject, and we can track it in a better way. So I hope this technique, or I hope this video will help you to understand mocha in a better way. And if you think that this video is helping you, please don't forget to like this video, share this video, and if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe. With this said, this is VFX5 signing off. Have a good day.